everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is LV and thank you for watching. And if you're new to this channel, this is my YouTube channel where I talk about plants, plant propagations, semi-hydroponics, and show you the plant that I got. So today we are going to talk about Begonia Maculata. So let's get started. So I got this begonia last year, and then you follow me on my YouTube. I have doing unboxing video and an update on this plant. So it's used to grow in the soil, and then I switch it to semi-hydro in the winter time. So right now, this plant has been neglected a lot, to be honest. Right after it successfully converted to semi-hydro, I'm just left it in a greenhouse, and here you can show you the plant is super dry because I have not added any water since I don't know when. So it's been neglected quite a bit. That's a good thing about doing semi-hydroponics. You can just leave it behind, forget about it. So it has still growing. I mean, it doesn't as well if I have put a full attentions on the plants, but it does doing like not dying or like dry or anything. It's slightly stressed, but it's okay. I just need to keep an eye on the water level. So the plant doing pretty good. There's a new flowering coming out, and you can see there's a bush. So I have this one. This is the order leaf that it has. The black of it is super red. I really like it. Now it's turning yellow. It's going to drop soon, but I don't want to cut it myself because it's just nature will give it a touch it. When it's time to lose the leaf, it will lose the leaf. So it's doing pretty well. Still have new growth coming coming out. I did propagate it once last in the winter time. I cut it off because it's so top heavy. So I cut off one branch and then make two branches out of it. So this is the one that I have propagated. It's super easy to propagate it, to be honest. Maculata, I'm just put it in water. It was from here to here. I never add any water or doing anything at all. I'm so bad as a plant mom. I'm just like, okay, I cut you off. So now you need to propagate. I'm just put you in the water and then in the in my terrarium setting. So yeah, I haven't add any water, switch any water. It was from here to here. So yeah, so it's proof that is how easy for you to propagate the maculata. So I know that right now, this is, if you watching it when it was paused, you will find a lot of them starting to sell in either Fred Meyer or some of your grocery store, because Coastal Farm has just released their new tropical plant. So they have, one of them is a Begonia Maculata. So if you want to buy it, just go check out your local grocery store, they might have it. And then if you have it, one of my tips for growing them, when I was growing in the soil, they like to be in a moist soil, like well-drained moist soil, but like when I water it, I keep it the water left for about 6 and 7. So when I touch the soil on the top, I feel like it's time to water. I just wait until 1 or 2 more days to water it again. So slightly dry in between water, but keep it moist. And the key is put it in very bright indirect sunlight. That's how I got it so much bushy. And one more thing, if you want your maculata is super bushy like this, one of my trick is I'm gonna show you. This is a secret ingredient. This is crazy Keiki cloning paste. So it's used for the orchids, but then in indoor plant community, some of them using this for philodendron and monstera. So I bought this last year, and then I tried to experiment on my monstera and philodendron. It doesn't really work for them, but it works super well for my begonia. So if you want your begonia to be bushier, you can just use your Q-tips and then put the paste in between the joint here. So it's worked really well because in about a week you can see the new growth come out already. So some of the leaf that coming out from right now is actually from the Keiki paste. So yeah, so this is a like why is it, some people are like, oh, your begonia is so bushy. This is the secret ingredient to make your begonia super bushy. So it's sell it on Amazon's. I use it not so much because you don't really need to use it a lot when you put the Keiki paste, and then put it in there for about a week. You can see new leaf coming out. So you can try it on some other plant as well. Like there's a Instagram community that you can join, and then there's a lot of people do experiment with this Keiki paste. They will tell, like, if you follow them, you can see what worked for them, what worked for, like, what doesn't work for them. So yeah, recommend to use this one, but not using it for rooting anything. This is just to grow a new leaf, not to grow new roots. So I experiment on my pink princess, and it's just grow me aerial roots, so it doesn't really work on pink princess for my experiments. It might work on yours, but I'm not sure. It doesn't kill the plants, it's just grow it, and then if you put too much, it might stress out your plant. So just put maybe 4, 5 or 6 over that in the nodes, and then you're gonna have very bushy plant. Once you have the very bushy plant, then you can just cut it off and then propagate it very easy. Give it to your friends or sell it. That's how I do. So since I have neglected this guy for so long, now I think this is definitely a time for it to grow to the soil. Like you might ask, why don't I just go to semi-hydro? It's just because I already have one. I want to experiment between semi-hydro and soil. So this one I'm going to plant it in the soil. Alright, so this is a box of my random mix. At this point I can't tell how many percent of anything in here, because I used to have a lot of plants in the soil, and then I just doing semi-hydro, so I dump the soil in here, reuse them. So this is the mix that has been mixed many times. So it has a lot of perlite, so it's well drained, some cocoa chips, and I use cactus soil in this one, and also there's some charcoal here to prevent mold. So I'm trying to look for less, I don't want to be too much of wood chip, because this plant doesn't really want to be in a chunky soil. So I'm planting this in plastic container, because somehow, like, eventually I kind of like to be in plastic container. I thought I'm over water type of person, and it end up like when I have a busy schedule, I don't really have time to water them every weeks or every like couple days. So I think plastic containers work really well for me. So I'm gonna put it in the terracotta pot as a decoration, and this is Dada. Here we go. I got one extra new Begonia Maculata out of my mother plant. So yeah, so it's very easy to propagate it. You can cut anywhere in the node, so you can cut in between here, because I believe that this is the part that have the rooting, like the rooting hormone, as well as like if you put a Keiki paste, you put it in this node as well. I need to add some water in this guy. As a semi-hydroponics, after about 2 months of changing the monitoring the roots, you don't really need to do anything anymore. That's the main reason that I'm switching to semi-hydroponic, because it's a lot less maintaining. I just do like add water when the water is low, and I try to let it dry out in between, like adding water, because some of the plant, I think they will prefer some of the dryness. You know, when you put it in the soil, you also want it dry in between, right? You don't want it completely dry out, but then I try to focus on dry and wet cycle. So yeah, so this guy is ready to add water. So I don't have any water right now. I'm out. So but this is an update. Here we go, my Maculata. doing pretty well, flowering right now. So if you like the video and have any question about how to propagate the begonia, put a comment down below and click like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next. Bye bye.